Leaguepedia works out really well for your crystal ball.
Thanks, Jason.
No problem. You called me out
All
before.
from here.
But anyways, we do see Shen banned. So it's not exactly the same, but still very good bans from both teams, I have to say. You know, Ari, you don't want to see Frog on it. You don't want to see him on Fizz. Cassidy maybe will be the next ban to take that away from him. Of course, you don't want to see Alex on Zed, even though I think he's now 1-5 on Zed. So hasn't been playing that well on him. And the Shen, Darien has looked phenomenal. That was his, or Shen was his first game that he actually went unkilled.
Yeah, which didn't really happen that often this season.
It was a mission impossible for Gambit, but he pulled it off.
Yeah, and he managed it here in the Super Week a couple of times as well. So Ari, Fizz, and Zach, the 3 bans, exactly the same from Gambit. Zed, Shen, Cassidy. So actually changing things up here a little bit, EG, in terms of the bans from the last game. That's obviously left the Thresh open, and Gambit are like, yep, thank you very much. Vodal's going to play Thresh again. Did it in that last game. Looked brilliant.
Wow.
Wow.
Are we going to see an AoE team coming out of Genesis? So, before we get to that real quick, Gambit, they had Aatrox as a potential pick because both these teams do play it now. We've seen Darien play it, we've seen Diamond in that game previously, we've seen Wicked play it. And they chose Thresh instead. So they wanted to make, or let Evil Geniuses make the first move in these picks. And with that Kennen, which we've seen Wicked play, with the Amumu that we haven't seen anyone but Maluno play in the summer split, are going to be in already. So what are they going to follow it up with? Are they going to continue to try to go for an AoE team?
Really interesting. Right now, well, Gambit were hovering over Galio and Yorick. Looks like they're actually going to be changing things up here. They're going to go for Varus and Twisted Fate.
They know what they want to play.
There is a Blitzcrank pickup for Crepo. And what are EG going to follow on here? So they've got the big AoE ultis here of Slicing Maelstrom and Curse of the Sad Mummy. Are we going to see a Misfortune maybe added in as well?
Curse of the Sad Bullet Time. It's been a long time since we've seen that come to life. And I remember Gambit tried that once back at Intel Extreme Masters Katowice. Didn't work.
It was not
terrible.
Good. It was not good. But that's obviously when the Korean teams were really heavily running that one, and European teams never really nailed it down.
I can lip read what he's saying right now. He's like, okay, I'll go for it.
He's listening to us, maybe. No, I don't think so. With those big headphones and you can't really hear much. But it is going to be a Misfortune, so we are going to see a Curse of the Sad Bullet time.
Oh, this is going to be good. I mean, because we never saw it paired up with a Kennen to lock them all down as well. So this is going to be a long duration that they're stuck in that Amumu Ultimate paired in with Kennen. That means pretty much a full channel of that bullet time. And
is Frog going to play Anivia?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Joe. That's exactly what I was thinking, because AoE, some good damage, the wall, which gives you the opportunity to go for a hard engage. Are we going to see? He does have this plushie with him, which is awesome. I would love one of those. Oh, man.
Well, the funny thing is, he's actually not won a single game with Lux or Anivia up until now, so that's an interesting one from that. Brand?
I don't think he knows what he wants to play yet. Oh, please do it. We've seen Ziggs once, an NALCS, and that was by Coast.
Well, Lissandra actually fits in that combo as well, really
That's
nicely.
the wrong ice champion, Froggen. Come on, stick with the Anivia.
Hey,
yeah, get a win here for once.
Hey, so we are going to have Anivia and a massive AoE comp here from coming out from Evil Geniuses. Kennen, Amumu, Misfortune, Anivia, and Blitzcrank. And it's been a while. It's been a while.
I love Amumu though. He's such a strong champion. You always see him banned out in lower ELO because people don't know how to handle him. And higher ELO he gets through a lot, but it's actually not played too often because people don't like the team fight compositions. But right now, that's what EG has. All about team fights. And Gambit, they have the opposite of that. They want to single you out. They want to catch you off guard with that Twisted Fate. They want to kill you early on. They want to take that early advantage. And EG, if they want to make it through to that point, to that late game where they're very powerful, they have to survive like the first 15 to 20 minutes.
The thing is about this, what EG have got here as well, is they can technically do that as well. With a Blitzcrank hook and a Nivea wall, you can single out targets really successfully on that front as well.
Really close to what they ran in Season 2, because they used to go with a Cho'Gath in the jungle instead. And what that would do was you wall them off, you silence them, you knock them up, and they pretty much secure a kill off of that. That's what made them so strong in Season 2, and it's kind of similar to that. And it looks like both teams are actually just happy to play this game. Like, happy to be qualified, happy to be in the playoffs, and I hope we have a good game.
Well, this is going to be the first game of the best of 7, as we said earlier on. No, not really. Not going to be a best of 7, unfortunately, for that one. So they were joking about that one earlier on, but I think we've had enough games today. We're going to come into this final one here at, what time do we have? 20 to 2 in the morning after playing since 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Been a grueling day for these players, but Well, all comes down to this final matchup now to see who is going to be finishing in the 3rd and 4th positions in the LCS Summer Split here in Europe.
And the Blitzcrank on Crepo, I don't think he's played it just yet in the Summer Split. We've seen Jerry play it quite a bit. We saw Enrated play it back when he was on Fnatic. We've seen Mithy play it early on today. Didn't do that well, unfortunately. There's some Reddit videos up on that one. But the plays you can make... Actually, whoa. Did you notice this, Joe? Froggen's on Blitzcrank, Crepo's on Anivia. What? They kind of realized what they did, I think. They just noticed, as you can see on their screen. I think the trade, they forgot to.
I don't think that they can...
The screen was on. Apparently they could ghost. Huh?
What?
So, Crepo is going to be the new mid laner for Evil Geniuses, and we're going to have a new support with Froggen.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on right now.
There is a potential, and I don't want to give too much logic to this madness because there's a point where it doesn't make any sense at all, but there always has been talk about a support Anivia. The wall off, the stun, the damage. The thing is, you don't need AP on Anivia to do a lot of damage, just as long as you build a lot of mana. So we could potentially see an AP Blitzcrank, which Froggen has run on his stream before. He's done it. Only time's going to tell.
I still don't know what's going on and why we had that pause at the start. But it seems like we're underway anyway. It's Gambit versus Evil Geniuses for the 3rd place playoff here in the LCS Europe Summer Split. And as you can see, Crepo is playing Anivia and Froggen is playing Blitzcrank.
Yes, I want to see, can these polls be hit here as... Are we going to... I was going to say, are we going to see an ARAM here? I mean, obviously there's a lot on the line from this game because it determines who you're going to play, so hopefully we won't see something like that. But EG, you're going to ask me about level 1, Joe.
No, I'm not. I don't want to ask you about it today, sorry.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to talk about level 1. Blitzcrank, always dangerous with that hook here at level 1. And obviously then you've got some pretty decent stuns to come out there as well. Obviously, a Nivy controlling, and then you got a bandage toss from a Mumu if he actually comes into that one as well. So, should be a very, very interesting match. This is going to make for a lot of fun here, I think, to see Crepo playing the Anivia, Froggen playing the I can't even speak anymore. Froggen playing the Blitzcrank.
And everyone at home is so excited to see that Anivia locked in. Yeah, Froggen on Anivia. Surprise, Crepo! kind of thing. So let's see how this works out. I'm curious. How good is Froggen at Blitzcrank? We know he's amazing mechanically and everything else on every champion he plays. So this is going to be really cool to see. Are they going to hit these polls? Is Crepo going to sink or swim middle?
So, apparently Froggen has given his Anivia plushie over to Crepo just for this game. Just for this game, just to give him the strength of the ice bird for just a second. So this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. This is certainly going to be a turn up for the Bucks. Gambit right now playing super serious, obviously. They want to get the win here, and they want to face off against Alternate in the next round. Snoopy starting all on his lonesome up there by the red buff, and Froggen's going to be playing support here. It is going to be Crepo playing the mid lane.
Wow, so... maybe Crepo's been getting lessons from Froggen over these past couple of weeks on how to play Anivia, and I'm going to find out here. It's Froggen, 0 for 1. Don't worry, guys.
We're not counting, honest.
I will count. 0 for 1. And he'll obviously be able to be a little bit different early. It's not about the pulls you miss, it's about that one pull you do hit, Joe. So both junglers going to get their blue buffs now. And are they going to go for a gank? Diamond earlier on in their game just versus NIP didn't actually go for a gank early. He went for that level 4 first, and then he showed up in that middle lane.
So here's a little fact for you that I remember Crepo telling me about a long time ago, is that he actually used to play mid himself. He used to play AP Champions a lot. And in Season 1, he actually played about 1,500 Anivia games. That comes from Crepo's mouth himself. So he knows how to play. Anivia is wicked here. He's possibly going to get caught out, gets jumped on there, but flashes away before Diamond can drop on him.
All right, so Flash now down for him. He's still level 1, so he's not going to be able to get anything anytime soon. But here we go. Snoopy visiting bot with his Amumu here. That could be a dead Darren. He's only level 1 as well. The hook and the stun out of the bench shots could be coming in. The pull in!
Pulls him in there. The flash actually really quick to come out there from Darian, but Snoopy is going to come down to this bottom lane. They need those minions to stay alive. I think the rest of them, apart from the Siege minion, are out of range, and they're going to go in for it. There is the bandage toss, and there is first blood coming down for Snoopy. The mana barrier on Froggen's going to be popped. And EG pick up the first blood here onto Darian in the bottom lane.
What is happening right now, Joe? I'm so lost.
That one can be cut straight into the next video that's been at the top of Reddit for all day. For that one. Oh, the flash hook coming in. Bandit starts landing as well. Ignite might kill Froggen off here. No, he survives. He's got the health pot running. And EG, Froggen, you beast, flashing in there. Gets the hook onto Alex Ich, and that is 2-0 EG after 4 minutes of play.
And Yellow Pete's face on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, he didn't even believe it.
They're on Darian here again as well. Level 3 for Yellow Pete, not actually got any mana to really get any slowdown or whatever. Snoopy just smiting out that siege minion. Top tower has gone down. Wicked is still level 1 and only got 3 CS. Darian's at least level 2, but he's only got 2 CS at this point. But it leaves the game all tied in gold.
Speechless. Speechless at what's happening right now. I mean, Froggen missed the first one, but came out with 2 huge ones right after that, and now Evil Geniuses, they're zoning Darian away, so they might be able to get this turret. However, we do see Genji and Voidal coming in, so if they're going to take it, they got to do it very soon. And Froggen, he's waiting middle. He wants to go for a gank on Alex here.
Is he going to be able to get in there? Alex doesn't have flash available. He didn't have time to use his flash after he got flash hooked in just a moment ago there from Froggen in that bottom lane. Froggen. Oh, is he going to pull him? Yes, he is. He pulls him out there. Had the vision. I thought he just timed that one, but not that cool. There was a ward straight down there, and, well, Crepo not quite fast enough to reply to that one or to back that one up.
Yeah, but still, it kind of puts some fear in Alex's mind right there, knowing that he is roaming around quite a bit here. And we are going to see Wicked go up against Darian in this top lane, 15-5 in CS, so Wicked's been able to extend that lead quite a bit. He's caught up in levels, and Diamond hasn't really been around the map just yet. He ganked top once, which indirectly wasn't even supposed to be a gank. He just wanted to take away those double golems. It looks like he might be visiting this bottom lane. He was spotted by a ward, but we Evil Jesus still think he's around.
And is Diamond... Are they going to do this one? That Tribush not warded up here from EG's side of things. So there is a possibility to actually get in. Crepo doing a good job so far here with Anivia in that mid lane as well. Currently just a tiny amount of CS behind. Wicked is waiting off here to the sides as well. There's a lightning rush and forcing an early flash out of Alex there.
Oh, at least they got that away from him, so now Froggen does visit that middle lane again. That pull will be fatal. Snoopy already level 5. Thought he was level 6 for a second, but still very tanky at this point. And I don't think he can really survive against Diamond, but he's going to go in anyways.
Yeah, gonna get the bandage toss in there. Diamond, of course, can just jump away from this one. And actually, Shuriken was missed there anyway by Wicked, so didn't turn out to be too much of a problem in the end. The AD carries here, by the way, they're both pretty much even. Genja, surprise, surprise, has got 2 Doran's Blades right now. It's probably going to be a 3rd one before he goes elsewhere in terms of itemization.
And we do have both junglers down towards this bottom side. Snoopy's not level 6, neither is Diamond here. And Snoopy, he's actually not even close. Where Diamond, he's over halfway right now, so both junglers just going to back away. And I want to see, where's the next bit of action going to happen? Crepo, he's doing a fantastic job. I will definitely give him that. Keep it up in CS middle lane. And Alex was potentially trying to go for getting top lane, but Genji got pulled bottom.
Oh, he's gone super low here down at bottom. Don't think he's going to finish him, though. Ignite, not quite enough damage there to actually be finished off. It was Froggen, obviously, that's running the Ignite down there in that bottom lane. And EG, I tell you what, Froggen playing the support here, that Blitzcrank, they're doing a really, really good job.
Well, just think, the only other team to do this so far in the European split, or summer split, what's that look for, Joe? Was Fnatic. So as played Blitzcrank, and we did see Yellowstar obviously playing Shen in that top lane. So, I mean, it's kind of refreshing for the ooh. Voidal looking for that hook right there, and was going to go in with Diamond on his back. But I was going to say, I mean, you get to play a new role, you get to play a different champion, it kind of makes you a little happy inside.
Yeah, and Crepo's going to be gifted nicely his blue buff here. Good old Snoopy feeding that one over. And that will make Crepo a very happy Icebird in that middle lane.
I've never seen Crepo look as intense and concentrated as he is right now on the bottom right-hand side of your screen.
He's super concentrated. He's up against Alex Ichu in the middle lane. Let's not forget who he's up against.
And his teammate is the Anivia Master too, so gotta make him proud.
Yeah. Froggen, certainly the one that's got the biggest name for Anivia there. Oh. That was a bit anticlimactic, but, you know,
it was a bait.
It was too easy. It was point blank. There is a hook actually coming in on towards Yellow People. Surprise! Snoopy's here inside the brush. He's got the curse of the sad mum, and he's actually going to flash in for that one. Diamond actually getting caught in as well. The bullet time rips him to shreds. He's going to come back up. Good chain of corruption, but Froggen flashes in there, and he will secure the kill, and that will be 4-0 to Evil Geniuses.
What? Why haven't they been doing this earlier, Joe? This is working out so well for them right now. Wicked can get chased here, but we'll be able to escape. And Snoopy on that Amumu, he's making it do quite a bit of work. 1-0-3 now. Going to be building into that Spirit of the Ancient Golem really soon. And looks like Dragon actually will be started up here, so they're going to go for a very early Dragon as well.
Yeah, early Dragon. Well, I say early, 9 minutes and 30 into the game right now. Not exactly a super early Dragon, but it's going to be a Dragon for EG. There's nothing that Gambit can do about this one. Nowhere near it to stop anything from going down. And that will be a 2,000 gold lead for EG. Less than 10 minutes in. Solid start.
Yeah, very solid. I mean, their CS numbers are good. And yeah, Wicked's behind a little bit, but you would expect that considering how he got forced out early on. Kreppel's dead even with his counter opponent right now, so... Oh, actually, we do see Unso point something else to us. Darren did not take his ultimate. He skipped it to go for some extra damage.
Well, that's actually pretty common, I think, with Yorick players anyway. Because at level 6 you're in lane, and you're probably not going to be getting involved anytime soon down there. And against someone like Wicked, he's probably not scared of dying and it being that close that his ultimate
should be scared now because Snoopy's coming in.
Well, Snoopy is coming in, but he's got a ward there, even though he's gone way past his ward. There is the dodge from him. Look at that. He turns it around. Wicked taking a lot of damage. Is he going to go down from it? No. Darian, Darian gets the kill, but here comes Alex. Stun came onto Snoopy, though, because Wicked had already got away.
Yeah, great job by them. He missed the ban shots, but it didn't matter in the end, and makes you wonder, if he had his ultimate, could he have potentially killed Wicked? I would say no, because Wicked did flash, so he would have been fine in the end. And right now, EG looking very strong in this game, up 5-0, 11 minutes in.
Here's Froggen and Yellow Pete bullying the bottom lane of Gambit out. And this is going to be the second turret of the game. The first one for Evil Geniuses, though. And it's going to leave us with Yellow Pete having a 20 CS lead over Genja in this bottom side of the map. Genja now got those 3 Doran's Blade and the Berserker Greaves. First BF sword coming out for Yellow Pete, and now they're going to move to middle.
And the thing is, we talked about...
Oh, Diamond. Diamond is in all kinds of trouble here. Actually going to jump up, but that's going to make it easier to get a kill. Froggen picks it up with the Ignite. Not sure he needed it. He pulls Alex through the wall. Alex flashes away before the knockup came in, but they've gone in on towards Darian. Snoopy picks that one up. EG. This AoE comp is working out, this swap of roles. They're looking terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about earlier on in this pre-match about if EG can survive that early game, survive that first 15 to 20 minutes, then they'll be fine as the game goes on. But they said, forget it. You know, forget surviving the 15, 20 minutes. We're just going to take control of the game from level 1.
And they've done it as well. They've absolutely destroying right now. There is a recall from Kreppel. What's he going to have? Rod of Ages coming in for him. Looks like Wicked building up towards that Zhonya's Hourglass, as you could probably expect from that cannon earlier on. Actually, Darian has died 3 times already.
Yeah, what's funny about what EG did with this is that it makes it almost impossible for Gambit to know what you're going to do. Because you're playing a completely different style with completely different champions. Well, not different champions, but different lanes. It really can catch a team off guard. Like, this actually can be a legitimate strategy. Fnatic, like I said, we used it before, but I don't think quite to this extent.
No. Not to switch up to a comp that we've not seen here, certainly here in Europe, and pretty much well. I mean, the funny thing is, this kind of comp, a massive AoE comp, is actually really hard to pull off a lot of the time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of synergy.
Yeah, to actually put everything together and have it perfectly right now, as we are going to see Darian goes rushing in and rushing down. He's a dead man here. Now Alex comes in there as well. Funnily enough, he's got no mana to escape this one. He's going to try and run back to his turret, gets the stun on towards Snoopy, but they're not scared. That bandage toss is going to come off cooldown, and it will land. There's a lightning rush in. Dead man. Wicked picks up that one. Diamond's dead in the middle. Not quite dead just yet, actually, but he is going to get stunned up straight away as he comes out, and that will be Kreppel picking up another one. It's 10-0.
I'm trying to think right now, Joe. Have we ever seen a perfect game in LCS? where a team didn't die once and won the game. I know we've been very close.
We've seen a 1-kill game, I think, this season.
Someone let us know on Twitter, because this could be actually a monumental game right here for Evil Geniuses, getting the first win without any deaths. And right now, I mean, they're looking to be able to do it. Like Snoopy, look how tanky he is. He has that Giant's Belt. He has that Spirit of the Elder Lizard. He is very hard to take down for anyone. And you see Yellow Pete, he's got 2,000 gold to spend already with that BF Sword and that Vamp Scepter. Darian, he's going to be able to escape because he has his gold, so it would block a pull.
Yeah, pull would be blocked for that one, and Froggen motoring on in. He's currently 2-0-4 with the Blitzcrank as well. It's Diamond. He's not exactly had the best times of the entire Gambit team right now, have they? 4 deaths for Darian, 3 for Diamond, 2 for Alex. None for Genja. He's playing, you know, steady Genja style at this point. Got his triple Doran's blade. He's a happy man, at least to some extent, I think we can say. As far as happy as you can be at 10-0 down. But honestly, Jason, I would not be surprised to see Gambit surrender. Because
they're so far behind.
This game is slightly one-sided. I mean, the gold's not massive at this point, but it's going to turn that way very quickly.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, this is their time to shine in these first 15 minutes to pick people off with that Twisted Fate. But every time Alex has ulted into a lane, he's only died from it.
When I say not massive, obviously I'm talking about 8,000 gold, which is quite a big lead.
Yeah, there was a statistic we always use, was being 10% up in gold 12 minutes in, you win like 90% of the time or something like that back in the day.
Yeah.
It's more than 10%, Joe. That's a lot.
It's more than 10%, it is. As Alex said, no, Diamond, you don't need that. I'm going to steal all that one away. And, well, they've not really been able to do anything here, have they, Gambit? It's a really strange game.
No, they have been able to do one thing at least, Joe, and that is die.
That they've done
10 times so far.
That they've done consistently well, I think we can say. In terms of dying, they've done well at that. They've done well. And there's another dragon being picked up here by EG. That's the second one. We are approaching that 10,000 gold mark. Froggen has just walked over a ward there, and we see Voidal just going in to get a ward down, and a flash away from Voidal. Froggen pacing around. He's got the boots of mobility on. Why not? He's 2-0-4 right now. We can afford that stuff.
And I'm thinking to myself right now how happy Crepo and more importantly N-Rated are right now at Froggen's play on this Blitzcrank, because N-Rated, he was like the guy back at IPL 5 with those amazing hooks, and Froggen's doing him very proud right now.
So, pushed down onto this middle. Yeah, he is. What do you want me to say? There's the pull coming in. Voidal is going to get actually sandwiched up there. And look at Diamond. Bullet time comes over. They actually lose one man. It's a double kill coming in for Yellow Pete, but they're turning this one around nicely. But here comes Froggen. Flashes in. Wall goes down. It's Crepo, sorry. Oh, wow. What do you expect me to say? It is, of course, Crepo on a Nivea. This kind of mix-up is not something that you need at 22, or sorry, at 5-2 on a very long weekend. But yeah, flash in there from Crepo, and he's now 1-0-2. Couldn't quite pick it up. Gambit getting their first 2 kills of the game.
I feel like I jinxed it, Joe. That perfect game, it's gone now. And actually, I had a couple of people messaging me saying there actually hasn't been one. Then I also saw one that said there has been a spring split against SK or NIP that Evil Geniuses pulled off. So obviously, I can't look back at that now, but it doesn't matter anyways, because they did obviously lose 2 people.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing the Curse Aside bullet time working out very well. And we haven't even seen, actually no, we have seen the Muma ultimate come in and Yellow Pete following up with that. And the damage he's putting out right now, being 4-1-4, having that Black Cleaver is just ridiculous, because no one on Gambit has armor.
Yeah, as soon as that Black Cleaver comes in, bullet time is doing ridiculous amounts of damage. That wasn't a cough to make that ridiculous sound more oppressive. By the way, there we go. Wicked gonna ult in. Here comes Crepo from the side. They're all stood in it. That is the long-range kill from Crepo. The ulti put on by Darian, but honestly, it's not going to bring him anything but maybe a couple of CS here by the end of things. Actually...
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ward. I don't care. You can hit me all you want, Darian, but I'm going to get this ward down.
Diamond actually managed to get away from that one as well there. Just about. They sat in the Crepo ultimate that entire time. And now there's a push coming down this middle lane from EG. We've got Yellow Pete off on the top side. Is he going to 1v1 Alex? Nope, not yet. Not at this point. I'm more interested in hooking these guys out and then trying to just nail them down. Are they going to go for Baron here? 1850 in.
Because Wicked's bot lane.
Wicked is bot lane.
And there's no need for it right now. There's only one pull.
There's probably no need for it at all, to be honest, the way that this one is going currently. But they are going to head through the jungle, trying to catch out Gambit here completely. Froggen already got that Oracles running. Are they going to go for the fight here in middle? If Snoopy lands this bandage toss, which he will do, there is the curse of the sad mummy. Where's the bullet time? There it is, coming right across the team from the side. Krepo now on a killing spree as they take down Voidal. And Darian, he's still there with Yorick kind of half chasing, half not. There's a piercing arrow that lands onto Froggen, but not enough damage to get him down. And Krepo is currently 3-0-2. Funny this, because it's going to mean if EG win this game, that Krepo has a better record with a Nivea than Froggen does.
I haven't even thought about that, Joe. Wow. I get your team in quick shot, just like, oh. But yes, that would be very true. And just think, Krepo would be able to use that all split long, or all the rest of the playoffs and the
I think
finals.
he actually gets to keep the plushie because of that one. 100% win record if EG can pull this one through. But then again, I think Froggen's got more wins on Blitzcrank.
Froggen needs to... I think so, Will, from this, because Froggen has no wins so far. And I think Froggen can avoid this, though. Maybe pull Alex, or no, pull Diamond into the middle of his team, you know, towards Krepo, maybe get him killed, so he can keep that plushie, but... Either way, 14-2, 20.5 minutes in. A huge goal lead for Evil Geniuses, and it doesn't have any signs of stopping.
No. I don't think so either. Not really showing too many signs of throwing down. So we're 20 minutes and 40 into this one. So we've got rid of any notion of Gambit maybe going and saying at 20 minutes, this day's been long enough, guys. We're getting destroyed in this one. Let's finish it. But then again, Gambit were never a team that really liked to press the surrender button. Fight right till the very end. There's a stun actually landing. The pull going to bring Darian right into the middle of the team. He's going to ult himself, but both him and Diamond here are going to get destroyed by the AoE. Diamond flashes away. There's a hook coming out onto Froggen. Voidal goes aggressive for this one. He's going to pay for it possibly with his life. Yellow Pete finishes off that, but here comes Genja. Well, he throw the ulti out and then he backs away. Genja wants to keep that 0 deaths that he's got in this game so far. The only one in Gambit not to die.
He's #1 KDA right now, prior to this day, I think. So yeah, he definitely wants to keep that #1 KDA in EU summer split of LCS. But another turret going after Evil Geniuses, and you see what happens. Hook champion, kill champion. And it's been working for them this entire game.
A couple of other items coming out now. See a needlessly large rod and a blasting one. Working to that Rabadon's death cap in there for Krepo. For Wicked, already got the Zhonya's, and a second blasting one with those sorcerer shoes in there. On the other side, Spirit Visage done for Darian. And the Bloodthirster, that was added in just a little while ago by Genja as well.
What makes this more impressive is, I think Krepo's still timing buffs, still timing flashes, and still playing mid lane with Anivia. That's crazy. That's a lot of work to do. Like, it's a lot of pressure on your mind to keep all that in mind. Yeah. I was like, well, crap, I'm stuck with that one.
That was brilliant analogy there, Jason.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff. So
it's
Dragon,
almost like we've been casting 12, or we've had 12 games today.
It feels that way. But the Dragon is going to be done here by Snoopy Froggen on his own in the jungle. He's got a Shirelia's now, so not only those boots and mobility and his W to speed around the place, he can pop that Shirelia's Reverie as well. Get things motoring on to get himself a pickup. So, third Dragon of the game. Going to EG. You didn't actually land that one, as we are going to see Twisted Fate coming in, but look at that. Shirelia's away. And Twisted Fate, where's he going? He's actually going to try and lock down Krepo here. Gets slowed down by the ultimate. Here comes Froggen. Can he get the grab? He was actually stunned up when it came out. Alexic flashed away from it. That's how scared he was of that grab coming in. And actually, Gambit looked like they may just back away from this one with a lantern.
We'll let that one slide, Froggen. But only one. And it looks like they're actually going to chase him down here. I mean, Ellie hasn't been touched yet. EG's very healthy. And Alex with no flash. Genja is the only one besides Darian on their team that has that flash available. And we've seen just how deadly Froggen's pulls have been so far this game.
Are they going to go for this inner turret? It's pretty low already, down below half HP. That was because Snoopy was pushing it the last time when his team were down at the bottom, racking up even more kills. And with that wave coming in, EG should certainly do that here, especially with the Anivia, who can just completely decimate those waves. There's a threshold coming out, not landing, and Darian's going to get pulled in once again, and he's dead. Yellow Pete picks up that kill. Yellow Pete will go now 6-1-6. Snoopy just ping-ward in there. Doesn't care about Voidal's auto attacks. EG completely zoning them away from the turret, and we've got a pause.
What? I'm just curious. So we had Diamond actually pause the game, but it looks like the problem is here on Voidal's side. Not sure exactly what it is, but we'll update you as soon as we know. And
so I'm being told that Voidal just pointed to the screen and said, I think there's something wrong here. Crepo's 4-0-3 with Anivia.
If only, Joe. But we have heard that is a little bit of ping issues. Crepo had that problem a little bit earlier on his PC, so we're just going to reboot it real quick and then get back into game. But Joe, let's talk about this game so far, because it's been quite a game.
It has been quite a game. It's not 100% serious, which is why I like it as well. Don't give me that. Crepo playing the Anivia, Froggen playing the Blitzcrank.
Look at their faces. They're so happy with themselves. They're so smug. They're like, yep, 17-2, Blitzcrank, Anivia. Crepo. Sup?
Sup? I'm Anivia. I wonder if he's actually going to do Froggen's Anivia dance for us on camera after this.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. And that would not only give him, if they win the game, of course, a better record with Anivia, but I don't know, I've seen Froggen dance. I don't think Crepo can dance quite as well as Froggen just yet.
It's true. He's had more practice with it, so yeah. Crepo's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah. That's certainly the case for this one. So Voidal's having a reboot, guys. He's going to come straight back into the game. Doesn't take too long with those SSDs booting it straight back in. But EG, what can we say? Spirits running high in the camp, I think, is the right way about it. And we shouldn't underestimate it. I mean, these guys are having a lot of fun right now, as well as you can see. And
well, I mean, think about Evo Genesis, though. Like, they were almost out of playoffs before the Super Week started, and to come into it and then, you know, pretty much get the 3rd place, which it looks like they're going to be able to pick up, they've got to be happy with that.
Yeah. I don't know what Snoopy just pointed out there, but he was surprised to see something on his screen.
I think what he said, Froggen, Crepo has a better score in Navy than you've ever had. Oh, poor Froggen.
Darian's
not amused.
Not amused. He's been pulled a lot. 0-7-0 currently.
Almost James Bond.
He's not having his best day. But then again,
he has 2 games where he didn't die.
Exactly, and that more than makes up for this one.
Exactly.
That more than makes up for this one, where he's just had a lot of misfortune, I'm going to say.
Come on, Joe.
That wasn't...
Freak, what are you doing to Joe?
No, that wasn't planned. He's been full of misfortune. Actually, no, I swear that wasn't a planned one, but that just came through in the heat of the moment. And actually, it was actually a brilliant one if you didn't make it so awkward. But yeah, looks like we might...
like, Joe,
I didn't actually mean to, but I'll take it.
The student has become the master.
I think we're going to get back underway here in just a second. It seems like Genja's reconnected. I don't know why Genja actually quit. Maybe he fancied a reboot as well. Doesn't reset the score for him, unfortunately, though. And EG, of course, way ahead in this game. Voidal has now rejoined the game as well.
I think Genja's like, guys, why am I the only one that hasn't died yet? What's happening? I've been off farming by myself. But it looks like we're about to start up here very soon.
Yeah, Diamond just asking if everyone's ready. And EG saying, yes, we are ready to go. So we are going to get back into the game then. It's currently 24 minutes and 15 seconds in. Score 17-2 in kills, 40,000 to 29,000. We've just seen a hook here, Voidal in the middle. Here comes those AoE ultimates. Actually, Wicked using his Zhonya's there perfectly. Bullet time comes across, and Wicked... Oh, that was close. Hit there by the turret. He was actually at less than 10 HP there when he got away from that one. I'm pretty sure he's laughing his socks off at this point.
Probably not even wearing socks anymore.
He's actually shouting at the rest of the team about how awesome he is.
Guys, look, I lived. Yep, but we do have, I mean, we saw Diamond, the highs and lows of his Aatrox so far. in the game versus NIP, his Aatrox was fantastic. This game, unfortunately, a little bit subpar, and that's just due to that early pressure that he had versus NIP has just been completely shut down.
So Darian, is he out for number 8 here? We've seen it, and we've talked about this, you know, on a serious note, we've talked about this, that when Darian falls behind in games that he feels they're not going to win, he tends to get caught a little bit more than usual. That Vladimir, I always go back to that one against Lemon Dogs when they got destroyed earlier on in the season. That's when he was just sauntering off down the mid lane, and well, as Yorick, he can do that a bit safer because of his ultimate, which keeps him alive that little bit longer.
If anything, he can do it longer.
Yeah.
Probably not as safe, but probably longer.
Yeah, he can do it longer. And right now, they're going to go in onto him there. There's a CC chained on him. And Darian's dead, but he's got his ulti off at least. So he's going to survive for a little longer.
Get 1 CS.
It was about 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, I believe, longer than that one. He's now 0-8-0.
He's like,
they're going Baron.
He's like, EG, stop. You're ruining my KDA right now.
Pink ward put down here. Actually, Gambit aren't too far away from Baron here, so this could be dangerous. Crepo's going to be coming in from the side.
Watch this be the turning point.
Watch
them steal
Froggen's going to go for the hook here once again. Who's he going to go for? He's not quite decided. There it is. Oh, it's a mid-air. It's a mid-air hook onto Diamond, who is going to get his passive popped and then gets away with the lantern. What? How can they still do this kind of thing at 2 AM after playing for 12 hours? I do not know. But EG go back to Baron. Ridiculous.
What? Amazing pull followed up by an amazing lantern. Froggen's got to be so sad because of that pull and unable to pick up that kill. But that... Ooh. But that Alex... Oh! No.
Flash in there. Oh, Froggen's going to pay for it with his light. And Darian's like, yes, I got one. He's in there. He manages to take down Froggen. That will be Darian's first kill of this game. And actually, Gambit coming in from the bottom side here. It looks like they want to fight.
Diamond is
They're going to do a desperation Baron.
Doesn't have his passive, so there's no way he could tank that up, but he is there for a smite potentially. But just look at the item difference that we have going on. I mean, that Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, Black Cleaver combo to ELP is already doing extreme damage with that bullet time. I would hate to be on the receiving end of that right now.
Well, Gambit have been for quite a while in this game already. And he's just going back to buy up a little bit more. After that one, I've just seen Abyssal Scepter picked up by Wicked, who, to my knowledge, has only used that Zhonya's once, maybe a second time, actually, a little bit early on. But up till now, it's all working down, or working perfectly for EG. His AoE ultimate's really being lined up nicely.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting to see that next big engage, because we haven't seen a major 5-on-5 fight really break out. It's usually just been EG catching someone off guard, Darian getting pulled, and then him dying right after. But 8-1-6 Yellow Pete. Amazing score on him. And Froggen, he's coming for it.
Yeah, didn't pop his Shurelias, but he's still got that just in case if he wants to have another go with that one. But once his minions are down, we're open to the hooks. I might see them actually come in for it. Or not. Wait for minions a little bit longer. Gambit, we're about the 30-minute mark right now, and considering how one-sided this game is, they're still in it. Well, they're still in it in terms of it's not over. That is what I mean. As Froggen going to get hooked there. Now, time for some retribution maybe as Crepo puts down a wall. Where's your hook, Froggen? Where's it going to come from? Ghouls put down.
It's going to hit Darien again, watch.
I really magnetic.
I hope someone's been keeping a count of how many times Darian's been pulled this game, because it's a lot.
Oh, here he is. Another ghoul to spoil the party. They could hit the inhibitor as well. That's how you generally kill them off.
Well, remember, this is an EG game, so we have about half an hour to still go before they finish.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, the ghoul. Clutch ghoul coming out from Darian. Like, who's laughing now? Froggen. Oh, Diamond getting stunned up there at the back. Oh, Crepo just catching the last bit of that piercing arrow. And Gambit have defended against this savage. Oh, what a pull straight through the wall there coming out. And they're going to go chasing into this one. Of course, he went over a wall, so that's why they knew. Great flash from Genja going over. He's like, nope, I'm staying at 0 deaths this game. Really, I am. I'm not going to die. So stop trying to do it. Froggen is just going to try and zone them all out. Or is he? He's just going to go between the towers. There is Genji's dead. There's the bullet time. There is everything. There is 4 kills. And now Alex Itch is going to come in. Can he take down Yellow Pete? Not directly, but he might be able to follow up. But Snoopy Bandage tosses in there. He gets stunned up. Alex, Froggen, Crepo. Flash in there as well. Ignite will finish it off. And Crepo with the Anivia does manage to finish the ace for Evil Geniuses. But they're not going to finish it just yet. They're just going to back away. Buy up. Stay safe, guys.
That guy with the Reddit video is going to have a field day with this one.
You can't blame me, I think. I think it's been a long day, number one. And when was the last time I had to shout and Crepo flashes in with Anivia?
If you take out Anivia and substitute Ignite for that, that sounds legitimate, usually, for Crepo. But yeah, definitely, I think we've ever been able to say that. But he's been proving, like, he's a very strong Anivia. And that's really cool to see, because a lot of people sometimes think that support players, all they can play is support champions. They can't play these other lanes, but we've seen just in the split alone that they can. Like, they're mechanically amazing at every single lane. And Crepo's just keeping that trend going.
So, red buff for Yellow Pete. What items did we just have picked up? Let's have a look. Oracles for Froggen, for Crepo. Good guy Crepo is still buying his Oracles. That's what we like to see. Aegis picked up in there as well for Snoopy. As Darian here at the top. I don't think Wicked's noticed just yet that Darian's hammering away. And there he is. Now he notices. Rest of his team are coming in for this one as well. There's the pull. He caught the goal at least, so it counts as an actual successful hook. And now Darian gets stunned up there. Yellow Pete gonna give him the slow, ulties himself, but he is actually gonna go straight down from that one. Comes back in and Yellow Pete's like, I'm just gonna try and run away from you from this one. I do not fancy fighting. There we go. Wicked comes back in for the backup, and Yellow Pete basically just used that to lifesteal back up to healthier than he was after he killed Darian. So
EG, they're going for Baron, but we do have the rest of Gambit just pushing that middle lane right now. And with that Lich Bane, with that Death Cap, they should be able to shred that turret down quickly.
Oh, there's a hook coming from Voidal. That wasn't quite the stun that Crepo was looking for. And there is the Baron. There's another hook. Diamond brought down. Obviously has in Bloodwell, but he's going to get away again there with the Lantern. But he is burning from the red buff of Yellow Pete. That will be the finisher from that. So, EG now. Voidal's like, I can hook as well. I'll flay you back, but you're going to die. That will be Yellow Pete. And now there's only 3 men left. 3 men here for Gambit to actually try and defend the entire base. But EG want the inner turret in the top lane first.
And Joe,
obviously.
Darian's level 13 to Wicked is level 17. There's a huge discrepancy right there. And yeah, EG, like, we want to take every turret before we finish this game. They have Super Beans pushing middle, yet they don't want to finish it up just yet. Just going by the books, and there should be another turret for themselves.
Meanwhile, Genji was just farming at about the halfway point of the bottom lane. Got to get up there with CS. 238 he is right now. That's his basically his race. He wants to finish top of the CS charts for this one. But EG, they've got super minions coming in.
Snoopy I believe he missmited that Baron. He's saying he didn't miss it. Oh no, he did smite it. Never mind. Just trying to make sense of what he's saying in chat. But right now, EG gonna go for a push on this bottom inhibitor turret. Last one standing for Gambit. And with their lineup, with that Baron buff, I'm not sure there's much Gambit can do to defend this. Though they did repel Evil Geniuses last time in that middle lane. However, EG didn't have Baron obviously at that time.
The stun going through from Crepo. Not quite got the range. And Froggen's looking for the pull. There's the Shurelya's pop. Can he grab anyone? He's just running around for now. There's the wall going down. And Minion. A big stun. 3 men stunned up there. But they don't follow through. Got a feeling EG are toying with us at this point.
Really?
They often threaten to give us, to drag out games.
What?
I think that's what they might be doing here. So, another wave of minions. Is this going to be it? Good wave clear that Gambit have got, though. That could be a bit of a problem as they are going to go to the turret. There's a stun on Darian. Can he finish him? He goes off. There's a bullet time coming through. There's everything coming through. The AoE being piled up by Evil Geniuses. And only 2 men are left alive from this one. Darian is still got, sorry, Voidal it was that got the ultimate there, but he's going to be dead anyway after that one. And EG right here can finish the game if they so choose to.
Yeah, I was about to say, or will they?
No, they are gonna. They're gonna push in for this one. They're gonna get those Nexus turrets down.
Oh, are they gonna? They're gonna kill him.
They're gonna dive in. They got him! They got him! Snoopy trying to get away. Oh, not quite there. Well, they got the kill there on the summoner platform, and I think that's all they were looking for. They're going to take down the Nexus, and EG beat Gambit here and finish third in the European LCS Summer Split. There's a big hug for Crepo from Froggen. Did him proud there with a 7-1-8 Anivia. As I said, better stats than Froggen.
And Froggen finished out that game like a true support. Every single slot of items he has wards. Sold everything at the end just to pick those up. But wow, yeah, fantastic job by Evil Geniuses. So that does secure them in the standings.
Yeah, third spot they get. So they're actually going to be taking on Alternate now in the playoffs. And that will mean that Gambit and Ninjas in Pajamas will be the other first round match for the playoffs. Obviously, with the Lemon Dogs and Fnatic, who will be waiting then in the next rounds for them after Fnatic won the winner's side of our tiebreaker split bracket today.
Tiebreaker split bracket. Wow. Very well said. Yeah, so I mean, we finally have the brackets drawn. It's been a long day, but we can finally see who's going to be playing who. And just like I said, NIP going to be playing against Gambit. They played earlier on today, and that was a very one-sided match. And I'm curious, might we see that again?
Hopefully not. They've got how many days? I think Thursday or Friday, even that we start with that. I'm not 100% sure. You can find the schedule if you go over. It's on Friday, I'm being told, so apologies for that. You can find all the schedule anyway. It's already released over on lolesports.com. Click the Road to the World Championship up in the top right, and you can find all the information there. So you can check all that one up. But yeah, we're going to head over to Demon and Quickshot, who are probably going to have a lot of fun breaking down that one.
Thank you very much, Joe and Jason. Operation Kill Genja was in effect, and it finally worked towards the end there. It took them a long time to go, though. He managed to evade them well.
I was not impressed with how long it took them to go. You know, I feel that as a team, they simply needed to target better, because it felt like they had Darian's number, 237 grabs during the course of the game. But yeah, Genja just eluded them for so long.
Yeah, and they used a lot of summoner spells to make sure they got that, but let's talk about the team comps. Let's talk about the fact that Crepo played Anivia, Froggen switched it with Blitzcrank. It kind of caught Joe and Jason off to start with, but I think it was planned from the beginning.
Yeah, it definitely was planned from the beginning. You see the Anivia plushie was on Crepo's table.
Yes.
The game, while it still determined seeding, these two teams would not face each other in the bracket. It would determine whether or not EG would play NIP or Alternate going into the games. And I think with all the pressure off them after this intense weekend, they just had fun. And what a game. When they relax, enjoy themselves. You see Crepo on Anivia, and he had a very good game on Anivia. And Froggen missed a few hooks, but my word, did he get some great ones.
And the irony is, I spoke to Aranea before when he was just leaving here, and he was like, I was like, who do you want? And, you know, you're sixth place, who do you want third? And he was like, anyone but Gambit. Well, it seems they didn't get Gambit. If Gambit would have won that one, they would have been facing them. They're going to be happy with Evil Geniuses.
The one thing that you do have to point out, Gambit still tried to play the matchup, and I think they actually just fell too far behind too early. And unfortunately for them, the composition that Evil Geniuses have put together did not really allow them to get back into it, because it was just hook after hook after hook. And we've seen some of the looks on the Gambit faces. I think they very tired, long day, and maybe just wanted that over as much as the rest of us.
But it goes to show that, you know, if you don't take a game as seriously as sometimes you are, you know, the pressure's off you, you actually play a lot better.
I completely agree with that. I think absolutely every single one of them played perfectly. I don't think Snoopy missed a bandage toss. I mean, I'm going to go out and eliminate. I think every time a gank or a fight happened, Snoopy landed the bandage tosses. Even those little fringe ones where it sort of attaches onto the character on the side, managed to land them time and time and time again. And it was great to see Amumu coming out, because if I remember correctly, wasn't that Snoopy's pro player pick from last year?
It was. It was the champion of choice. It's one he used to play. So, fantastic performance from Evil Geniuses. It does mean they finished third. It means that, of course, it will be Ninjas in Pajamas versus Gambit. And, of course, as I mentioned, Alternate versus Evil Geniuses. We're going to go over to an interview, though, because standing by is the Crepo, Froggen, Blitzcrank, and Anivia combo. It's not the way you'd think it would normally be, though. Ooh. Let's see what Shox has to say.
Thank you very much, D-Man, for the last time. Yes, indeed. Crepo and Froggen, when did this plan come into your head and said, this is what we're going to do against Gambit?
So basically we sat in the meeting room and we were like, okay, what could we potentially play that would actually work against Gambit? And then I came up with the idea, okay, my Anivia, or Crepo's Anivia. And we were like, Crepo's Anivia.
Their initial plan was to ban Fresh, just so he could play the Blitzcrank and then force me into the Nivea. Actually, it all came to us like once Froggen kept losing with Nivea. I knew I could do better, and I just went for it.
Yeah, but seriously, coming into this one, Gambit took it very seriously. It's not that you didn't take it seriously, you just tried something new, and this was very successful. I mean, did you expect that it would go this well?
Okay, so basically my Blitzcrank is known for hitting hooks, so we will get kills no matter what. So all we have to do is ban Shen, and then they don't have the shield to rely on, and we will get 3 kills.
It was somewhat liberating. Like, you had no pressure coming in anyways, this match. Okay, it meant if you would have asked us, like, before this weekend, like, if you could play for, like, top 3 or top 4, we would have signed off on it directly. Our match records against Alternate and NIP both were really close. Plus, we weren't, like, after being awake for so long, playing so many stressful games, it's often better to just relieve the stress, go for a little more fun approach. Say, like, Snoopy wanted to play Mumu. Pete was actually hovering over Urgot for a while. They wanted to screw me over by making me feed mid. Like, they even drew out the little mini-map on the draw board. It was like, this guy goes top, these guys go bottom, that's the jungle, and that's feed. But it didn't work.
Do you have a special problem with Darien that you kept hooking him in?
I think he has a problem with my hooks.
Too soon.
Touché. No, but anyway, seriously, it's actually the same question that I asked, I think, Tabs, seems like 100 hours ago, when he played Fizz. Do you feel like you still have those mechanics to pull that off if you played that 9 million first series?
If you saw a TF port at bottom, came back to lane, and we were equal on CS, like, I was hoping the camera wasn't on me on the first, like, 10 minutes of the game, because I was missing some CS I should not be missing. Yeah.
Is there some lessons you take from Krepo's and Nivea?
No.
All right, then a final question, of course. This means you'll be playing Alternate at Gamescom in your first match. Is that a good draw for you guys after seeing what happened here? Or?
I think we pretty much went into it and we're like, okay, Nib, they're not looking so good. Alternate, not looking so good either. It doesn't really matter who of them we're playing. So we just kind of went, okay, we're just playing whoever comes.
Alternate before this week were like 3-0, I believe, against us. So they were quite strong. But they took a hit, like, motivational-wise. So you could see them crumble throughout the week. And they barely made it in. So it's definitely going to be a different game than we would have expected to say a week ago. All that remains for us is to get some really good practice in the next few days and then show up ready for Gamescom.
All right, well, thank you guys. And I think I speak on behalf of everyone. Thank you for a very, very fun game to watch here. All right, as for us, we're going to check in with Joe and Jason one final time for a last look at today's final standings.